Today we'll be looking at the Super Robot Chogokin Brave King GaoGaiGar Golden Destroyer version from the Tamashii Nation event of this year. He is of course GaoGaiGar done up in gold, as he's powered up with the power of the Goldy hammer, which we won't be looking at just yet. Now let's take a look. Here we have the box, and you can see a picture of GaoGaiGar himself and the Tamashii Nation 2012 event, along with the Bandai logo. And on top we have what he is: Super Robot Chogokin Brave King GaoGaiGar Golden Destroyer version, and that is quite an awesome font. And on the back we have the 5th anniversary Tamashii Nation's logo. I don't know who that is, but he is a cute dog. And the same on both sides, with some text on the bottom. So that's the box. Let's take him out and have a look. Now, posability. The head is on a ball joint. Quite a big range of motion there. The shoulders actually have 2 hinges, one lower one and an upper one. So you can get quite a range there without the trains getting in the way. There is a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, which has a folding panel here that goes into the forearm, and of course ball jointed wrist. Now the lion's face has a hinged jaw, which you can close the mouth for some reason if you ever wanted to do that. There is a fully ball jointed waist, and actually the backpack has hinged wings, allowing for a greater range of poses without the wing pack getting in the way. The skirt is all on ball joints. There you go. I don't really recommend looking up GaoGaiGar's skirt, but there you go. He has ball jointed hips and a kind of weird hinge on the knee, but it works. Doesn't give you a huge range of motion, but there you go. A flap here to allow for a very wide ankle stance. His legs are actually quite full of die cast, so he is not going to fall over, and he will hold whatever poses you want him to. Not that GaoGaiGar is that acrobatic to begin with, but it's very nice. Now the accessory count is quite high. We'll start with his standard punching hands, which are quite golden. They pop on and off quite easy. But we want to do more than just punch. We also have 2 left hands for holding things. Wonder what they could hold. Maybe a nail, perhaps. We'll get to that later. Now we have kind of splayed open, or waving hands if you want. And then we have 2 hands that I'm not really sure they should come with. These are the Hell and Heaven hands, or alternatively high five hands. Now, if you watch the show, you know Hell and Heaven doesn't happen when he's golden like this, but that's kind of a nitpicky thing because they're obviously on the same mold. Now the actual Hell and Heaven hands, look at them there, it's 2 clasped hands with overlapping fingers for delivering the final blow to his Zonder. We also have these. This is actually quite a nice detail. They are thruster vents open. I'll show you how they attach to the backpack in a second, but they're also part of the Hell and Heaven attack, which looks weird when it's golden. Now, his backpack, which is quite a lot of detail for something you're probably never going to see. You pop these off quite easily. And then you slot them back in. For when GaoGaiGar jets forward. Now, also just like the regular Super Robot Chogokin release, you get the cheating main, allowing him to do the Hell and Heaven pose, so may as well show you that. You pop off his existing main. It's actually quite sharp, so don't impale yourself. You gonna have to, and there you have, through the miracle of editing, some sort of weird golden Hell and Heaven, if that's what you like. It's kind of weird. If I was in charge of it, I probably wouldn't have included these bits, but anyway, enough of that. Another really cool accessory is the Zonder core. I think it's actually painted a bit differently to the original release, and it looks pretty cool. It's translucent pink plastic with a more solid pink thing on the top. It fits quite well into his hands, whichever one you want. Also, another really nice accessory is the fire bits. Now, the fire bits, I believe, came with the original first run, like some sort of limited edition bonus add-in. They were done in green. These are done in awesome kind of orange fire colors, coming to clear at the top. It's actually, I think it's 4 pieces. It is really, really nice. Really sets off an otherwise static pose. And the final accessory I'm going to show you here is this. This is a clip for a action stage. You clip it onto the back of his skirt so you can support GaoGaiGar in any sort of flying poses should you need to. Nice little feature if you have a stage. Those of you who watch the show know the real reason he's a golden colour, and you know that there might be one more accessory we haven't looked at yet. So Goldy on hammer, operation approved, safety device, release. Here of course we have Goldy Marg when he is in his hand mode. See, that was Goldy Marg's chest, all beautiful gold with some chrome up here, which is a magnet for fingerprints. And of course for Hammer, Hell and Heaven. But why am I showing you the hand when I really should be showing you the hammer? So here we go. I'll spare you a hammer time joke. It's actually in 3 pieces. The first piece is telescopic. Then we have the handle, which slots in here, and a base piece. So as you can see, this thing is freaking huge. And you can see why he needs an extra arm just to wield this thing. The Goldy hand itself comes with 2 extra hands. A punching hand, which is very Goldy Marg if you've seen the show. He does like to hit things. And a splayed open or waving hand. Perfect for your Zondercore if you're so inclined. It's a little big though, so there you go. There are also nails. Don't know if they have an actual name. Goldy on nail, probably. This is a half nail, which this piece here is supposed to come out, but it's really wedged in there, and I don't want to damage the plastic by gouging it out. But that's supposed to come out, and this will slot in there. And GaoGaiGar himself has another hand to grip this, so you can pose him pulling the nail out there for the start of Hammer, Hell and Heaven. Now we also have a fully extended nail, which GaoGaiGar can hold for plunging into a Zondercore. And then we have this thing. It's not a back scratcher. It is to be when he is ripping the Zondercore out of the bad guy of the week. You can hold it there. You can get some quite cool poses with it, actually. Now, let's hammer connect and see this in action. Now, to attach the hammer, you just pull off his other arm. Comes off quite easily. A nice feature, actually, you can, I don't know how you can see it, there's a bit that pops out here, where you can attach the spare arm. Now, I don't know if they ever actually did that on the show, but it's on quite a few GaoGaiGar figures I have, so maybe it's a thing. And you literally take the hammer arm and attach it there we go. Now it is slightly large and unwieldy. Now this, you can see how big the hammer actually is compared to him. He can actually hold it quite well. The hammer itself isn't as heavy as it appears, but to assist poses there is another stage attachment here, which will attach onto your hammer there, so you can give it a little extra support if you have the appropriate stage attachment. Now, it looks really nice when it comes together. The original hammer came with, it was an add-on for the original Super Robot Chogokin release. It was the Key to Victory set number 1, most likely. It was coloured differently. I like the gold colour of the hammer much better than the black and orange of the original. It's just really, really nice. Yeah, see, there you go. It is quite heavy for the certain poses. It takes a bit of wiggling, but you can support it. You just get your angles right. His paint job is fantastic. His accessory count quite high. The die cast in his feet make him extremely stable, so he can pull off any sort of pose from the show. And there we have it, that Super Robot Chogokin Brave King GaoGaiGar Golden Destroyer version. Here he is with all his various accessories. I mean, overall, he is a great toy. He is very posable. He is the perfect GaoGaiGar representation that you can get. Being the gold version, he may be difficult to get now because it was a show exclusive, so it would be a pretty limited number, but the original version is just as good. I don't have very many complaints. The golden lion's head, there's a lot of detail lost in the VAC chrome, but that's, you can't do anything about that. One thing I would change is that these accessories here, the Hell and Heaven hands, the vents, and the cheating mane, I wouldn't include them, and I would instead have put in a little translucent green Mamuro so he could bippity boppity boo on the Zonder core and purify it, but that's really in the nitpicking thing if that's all I have to complain about. That was Super Robot Chogokin GaoGaiGar. Thanks for watching, and until next time, show me the true power of your courage.